been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my...
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damien Harris. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Allen to Diggs there for Buffalo first. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The Bills at 7-3 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And Diggs has it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And Hines is going to have a Bills first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line. Here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, and maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Quinnen Williams. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On play action, Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Ed Oliver.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On play action, Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And Oliver breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. On the return, Williams. And the Bills force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation and making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And this one is incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman. He'll take it at the 42. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Partners, not often did you see one of those big tight ends get overthrown in the end zone, but we just saw it happen.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Cook up the gut. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Allen's throw is complete.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
It's 2nd and inches at the 44-yard line.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis.
Oh, and this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. He lost the football. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Allen off the play fake. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns.
The CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his second touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Quentin Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On play action, Allen steps away. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
That incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. It could have been a second, but instead it's 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
Back deep for Buffalo is Nyheim Hines.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And a big loss here. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Allen. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 4 receivers in the package. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Hardman on the return.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
Out to his left. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd down and 8.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Hey, take 26.
Here's Rodgers. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 18. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
2nd and 9.
Now it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's go.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
And off, now Allen.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look at
there he goes, left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down.
72 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Pushes him over. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Harris running straight ahead. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. On 2nd down, this is Harris. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know...
And my goodness, another interception. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They they hand this off to Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That was Carl Lawson in pursuit that time, and he gets the stop.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Rodgers.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Open man here is Conklin. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
They'll run again with Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now a give, running left is Harris. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Rodgers again now. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, 33 yards.
And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Bills, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with